We have made it aligned with the WHO guidelines. And this way we have increased our regulations. And at the same time, Government of India has incentivized. They are providing the financial support, technological support through the Department of Pharma, and we call it as REPTAS. So, so more like the facilitation purpose, incentivization. We are upbringing our regulation. We are digitizing our processes. You are already aware we have mandated QR code for API and also for formulations. So this all collectively together brings the quality. As of now, QR code is mandated for all active pharmaceutical ingredients that are imported in our country or manufactured in our country. For formulation, not all the brands we have mandated. So we have mandated all those top 300 formulation brands which are said to be highly vulnerable because they are most valued brands. The brands which you mentioned, I'm not aware if they had been into that mandate, but certainly the industry can willingly, on their own, without mandated by the government, they can implement quick response code, and that authenticates the genuineness, and it also tracks the origin, this entire supply chain as to from when, from how the medicine has moved till the end consumer. And to the regulator is also it is very easier if there is any entry of the spurious drugs, we can easily track that. Cold chain logistics, here the industry has to utilize the digitized technologies like the sensors, biosensors, thermosensors, like we use VVMs for vaccines, wherein if there is any temperature excursion, so that changes its color, right? Similarly, all the cold chain products should have this kind of tracing mechanism. And for the consumer to have the authenticated medications, we suggest them to buy from the brick and mortar store, because e-pharmacy is yet to be implemented. We are yet to bring the e-pharmacy regulations. The draft rule were published in 2018, but it has not been finalized yet. So we discourage the patients from purchasing online medications because that is very difficult for a regulator to trace back what was the origin, who had supplied it. There is no like any traceability. I think these pharmacy stores, these are the licensing and inspection is done by the state authorities. So CDSCO as such, we do not regulate the pharmacy stores because these are the aspects which are solely regulated by the state authorities. When you are saying that a particular store does not have that facilities, I am not aware as such. But if there are any, so you can bring down to our notice also to the state authorities. However, the regulation desires that they should have the refrigerator for storing those medications, 228 and minus 20 degrees Celsius temperature, they should be having. But if certain medical stores, maybe because of any electricity supply shortages or something, so they should have the backup plans so that the quality of the medication which is stored, supposed to be stored in that temperature condition, should not be deteriorated. But certainly we would look forward to coordinate with the states for any such issues. This is a very serious issue. Serious issue in a sense, the feedback which we are collecting as a part of ADR monitoring or pharmacovigilance monitoring system, this goes into our regulatory review process. So if the underreporting is there, we will not be having a full picture of actual what is happening on the field, what is happening with the patients. Are there any adverse reactions or safety concerns? So reporting has to be there, and I personally encourage each patient or his healthcare caretaker, healthcare practitioner, to do the reporting to utmost possible, because that brings us the regulatory review mechanism into picture. Because sometimes you may have to restrict those medications for certain kind of situations, ailments, or population group something. So reporting is very critical. In India, that has to be really increased to a great extent. The digitization, our processes have already been digitized, and states also we are onboarded. So once the complete licensing and inspection mechanism becomes the digitized, the licensing itself regulates most of the problems. Like for example, if we have a database of those manufacturing companies and what are those legitimate products that are being manufactured by that company, so anything apart from those licensed products will be treated at the highest scrutiny level. And track and trace mechanism, of course, QR code and the blockchain technology will help combat the counterfeit medicines. And this government of India is already on that initiative. We have already taken many initiatives for the digitization, for the QR code and track and trace mechanism. Industry also has to support. They have to proactively adopt the blockchain technology, which will keep their brand safe and patient safe, safety at its core.